No, it's well, now that there's some snow, it's not bad, you know?
You think it'll still be there, the snow?
I don't know. I think it's snow.
Recording in progress.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, Ben.
Thanks, Amy.
I stopped in there yesterday to see you guys. I mean, it's Wednesday. No one was around.
Yeah, don't do that. Yes, don't do that.
I was driving by. I said, I'm gonna stop and say hi.
Yeah. Well, you didn't because we weren't around.
No, I didn't. I almost left a note, but I didn't.
You gotta send a message.
No, love no.
Gotta send a message. Let us know it's coming.
I don't know when I'm coming there. I
Well,
just
that's
have to
fair.
show up.
That's fair. Where the hell is everybody else? All right, gang. Let's get you started. So we're gonna start with our ankles first. So we got our tib raises. We got our calf raises. Knee over toe. So find the middle. You're gonna lean against it, and we're just going toes up. So 25 toes up. Look around. 25 calf raises. 3, 2, 1, go. You guys know this shit, start doing it. Calf raises, back to our shin raise, or back to our tib raises. And then last one is gonna be our knee over toe. So take the knee over top of toes. And then calf raising in that position. We're gonna do 25 of each of those. I'm gonna give you guys 3 minutes. 3 minutes to get all these done. Over toes. For the knees over toes, make sure you're trying to get the knees as far top of the toes as possible, and you're thinking about taking your head close to the ceiling, not knees closer to wall. Once you guys get those done, let me get you to lay down on your backs, please. All right, guys. So we're gonna do straight leg, single leg hip ups. So right foot's gonna be on the floor. I'm gonna bend my left knee. I'm gonna straighten my leg. So what I want you to think about is I want you to think about toes to ceiling. Okay, either heels to ceiling or toes to ceiling, whichever one's totally fine. And then we're driving up from that position. Okay, we're gonna go 30 seconds each side. 3, 2, 1, go. So one leg bent, one leg straight, and I'm trying to put that heel to the ceiling or toes to the ceiling. I'll let you know when halfway's up. Which side's gang? Which side's gang? Rest. All right, guys. Next one. So we're gonna go over belly down. And we're gonna do T's. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go W to T. Okay, so W position out to T position. We're gonna do 8 of those. And then we're gonna go W to T into kind of our knuckles to knuckles. And we're gonna do 4, so it looks like this. So you gotta do it with forehead on the floor, or looking straight ahead, your choice. But we're gonna start W. I'm gonna drive out to a T and back to a W. We're gonna do 8 of those. Then we're gonna go W to T to bring it. Knuckles to knuckles to the small of your lower back out into a T, back into a W, 4 of those. So 8 W to T's on our belly, W position, T position, W, T. 8 of those, and then 4, same thing, but we're gonna throw in knuckles to knuckles in the small of your lower back. Okay, once you get those done, we're gonna go quadruped position, so all fours. Remember, anytime hands are in contact with the ground, fingers are spread. So from here, I'm gonna reach left hand through, middle palm up. You can let the shoulder touch the floor if you want. Then you're gonna open, look at your fingertips, reach towards the ceiling, and then back down. 6. When you're doing that open and reach, I want you to look at your fingertips. I want you to use the bottom hand to help push you into the floor to help you rotate. Take the. Shotgun. Once you get those done, you can stand up. All right, guys, next one. Okay. You're gonna be standing tall, you're gonna reach down, you're gonna grab a hold of your knee, you're gonna stand up, that's what's gonna drive the knee up. I want you to reach forward, as you reach forward, I want you to drive that leg up to the air, ceiling, as high as you can. And when you come back, grab a hold of that knee, come up, drive that foot up as high as you can. 5 each side, please. You can switch sides if you want. That feels a little better for you to switch sides, it's totally fine. But we're going knee hug to basically toe touch. And as I go down in my toe touch, I'm bending my knee as much as I need to, but I'm driving that opposite leg up. Totally fine to hold on to something. Once you guys get those done, give me 6 lateral squats each side. So just rocking side to side, driving the hips back, one leg straight, one leg bent, 6 each side, please. Six lateral lunges, or excuse me, lateral squats each side. Again, once you get those 6 lateral squats done, do some self-love. We'll do our self-love and we'll do our core. And then we'll get into our first conditioning round. So after you get those 6 lateral lunges done, give me 3 to 6 toe touches for about 30 seconds. Remember, for your toe touches, I want you pushing your hips back. Then exhale, let your head and spine round. As much as possible, try not to come off of your toes. So when you guys are doing the toe touches, sometimes when I do the toe touches, I end up kind of rocking too far back in my heels. We do want the weight to go a little bit onto your heels, but we don't want the weight to go off of your toes. So do that hip hinge as much as you need to, but to be able to still keep weight on your toes. After your toe touch, we're going to our deep squat. If you have any pain, keep your heels on the floor, just squat down as low as you feel comfortable. No knee pain. Heels can come up off the floor. In fact, if you have no knee pain, then I want you to focus on being able to look straight ahead with your chest up. You can rock side to side in this position. You just do 3 to 6 squats. You can even go forward and backward. This is now I like to hold on to something to give you a little bit of counterbalance. After your deep squat, we've got our arms overhead. Any way you want to get your arms overhead, you can make a pull-up bar. You can put your hands on the blocker. You're just taking chest down and up. Or easiest way, on your back. Elbows locked. Just bringing the arms up and over. After arms overhead, we're going to do our quadruped spinal leads. So on all fours, hands are in contact with the ground, so fingers are spread. I'm going to push my hands into the floor. I'm going to round my upper back, tuck my pelvis, tuck my chin, and then arch. You're back into that round. Arch again. 4. Again, we're going to do another. So, wrist love and flat. Palms down in this way. Elbows locked, rocking forward and backward. To make this easier, take your hands in the direction of your fingertips. So slide fingertips away, or excuse me, slide your hands away from your knees. Try 8 of these. Then we're going to go palms up, fingertips towards us. Same idea, 8. Also, same idea, fingertips are pointing towards your knees. So slide fingertips closer to knees to make it easier. And then we're going to go palms down, fingertips towards us. Again, same idea, fingertips are pointing towards knees. So take fingertips closer to knees to make it easier. All right. So, core for today. So we got a full body hollow. I'm sure you guys have a bunch of different ways you can do the full body hollow. And we got dynamic side plank. And we could add in the clamshell. We're probably just going to stick with the dynamic side plank for today. So full body hollow. On your back. Very similar to dead bug. Knees in line with pelvis. Knees about this distance apart. Same with feet, about this distance apart. I'm going to reach my fingertips towards the ceiling so that my lower back is pressed into the floor. My shoulder blades are up, my shoulder blades are up off the floor. If this feels uncomfortable, you can do this in this position, that's fine. But you are going to feel a little bit more in your core if you kind of think fingertips closer to the ceiling. Okay? And you're going to hold that. So that base position is just holding this position. I'm reaching fingertips towards the ceiling. Knees are in my own pelvis. If that's easy, then what you want to do is you want to take hands and feet a little bit further from each other. And you can do that with either taking the legs away or taking the hands away. This is going to be your full body hollow. In the grand scheme of things, I do want you trying to press that lower back into the floor rather than be flat, unless it just doesn't feel very comfortable, in which case you can go flat. So that's the first exercise. Second exercise is dynamic side planks. So you can do this in either a short lever, both knees bent, or a long lever, both legs straight. A modified short lever, you can do it in a modified short lever too. For me personally, I just don't like that modified short lever position for this exercise. So I'll usually go bent knees or straight legs. But what you're going to do is you're going to pick yourself up and back down. So we're just going up and down. We're going to time these. So this is going to be 2 minutes. We're gonna do 30 seconds of the full body hollow. Actually, we're gonna do 20 seconds of each. So we'll go 20-second full body hollow, 20-second dynamic side planks, opposite side dynamic side planks, and then we're gonna repeat that again. There won't be any rest with this because these movements are pretty basic. So as soon as that 20 seconds is up for your full body hollow, you're gonna go right into your side plank. All right, gang. Full body hollow first. 3, 2, 1, go. This should be a relatively easy way to feel your core working. All right, gang, rest. Give me a side plank. So you're gonna go right into that side plank. We're just going either short lever or long lever, and then we're just picking hips. So light touch the hips, hips come up off the floor, light touch the hips back up. All right, gang, switch sides, right into the other side. Try not to hold your breath when you're doing all of these core exercises. 10 seconds, and we're gonna go back to our full body hollow. All right, guys, back to that full body hollow, right into it. Might be breathing a little bit hard now. Don't hold your breath. Make sure you are breathing in this exercise. Good job, gang. We got our side planks next. All right, give me the side plank again. All right, guys, switch sides. Last 20 seconds. We're gonna a little breather after this. Ten seconds. Rest. Good job, guys. Grab some water. Juice up. First day, phase 2, zombie apocalypse. First day of our zombie apocalypse workout. So we got squats. You got body weight squats. You got goblet squats or rack squats. Body weight squats would be the easiest, right? So basically just body weight squats. Okay. If you want to elevate the heels, if that allows you to be able to get a little bit lower, elevate the heels. Okay. So if you have a hurdle or you have like a 2x4 or anything to be able to elevate those heels a little bit, it's just going to allow you to be able to squat a little bit lower and still keeping head and chest up. If you have any knee pain, if you have knee pain, this might make it feel a little better, or this might aggravate the knees a little bit more because it really just depends on why you have that knee pain. If you have knee pain because of tight ankles, then you won't have any knee pain during this exercise. Other way to do this with goblet squats, so just holding a weight in a goblet position or a bow tie, and then same idea squats. For those of you at home, maybe you can't hold a heavy enough weight in the goblet position, so then you go to a rack position. Now, the downside to going to a rack position is that you're gonna have to double your squats. So if you do it in a rack position, you'll do both sides, okay? The other way, so you don't need weight, grab a band, put the band on around your feet, and you can either just hold the band up top, okay, squat, or then it goes around your shoulders, kind of cinch it, and same idea, squat. Okay, so that's the first exercise. A plethora smorgasbord squats, if you will. Next exercise, pull bars. Thin band. Generally speaking, I like to do 2 rolls. So I start all the way at the end, make 1 roll on the right side, 1 roll on the left side, and then the band's going to be approximately nipple line. And I'm going to pull the shoulder blades back together to open that band. So big thing for this is pull the shoulder blades back together. You can push chest forward a little tiny bit if you want. So pull bars. Third exercise. For this one, if you give yourself a target, you're going to feel it a little bit more. So the target could be a dumbbell. The target could also be like a wall. Okay, you could do the floor too. Dumbbell tends to work the best. So I'm going to stand about 2-ish, 2 to 3 feet distances away from that target. I'm going to stand on my left leg. I'm going to reach forward to that target. Okay, hitting as low as I can. And then I drive back up. And you can either alternate sides or just stay on one side. But it should be a reach, meaning I'm kind of swinging back a little bit. I have long legs. So it should be a reach, like you're really trying to reach and touch that object. And if you need to hold on to something for a little bit of balance, totally fine. Last exercise, get-ups. Okay. 4 different get-ups. What I'm looking for is that you get up in a half kneeling position. I can't do what some of you are going to be able to do. Some of you are going to be able to like go cross-legged, sit up. I can't do that shit. Okay? Some of you might be able to do some single leg. I can't do that shit either. So what I want you focusing on is from your get-up position. Even if you can do a get-up in a cross-leg or some kind of weird way that you get yourself up. What I want you to focus on is that you are getting to a half kneeling position anyway. This is our half kneeling position. And then you stand up, and then you reverse that motion back. Ideally, you want to go nice and smooth. You're going to do both sides. So your goal is to get to that half kneeling position before you stand up. We will work on this, but I want you guys just to play around with getting that half kneeling position first. All right, guys. 12 minutes. Here do I go. For your squats. For your squats, you are doing 20 squats. So 20 squats, either goblet, body weight. If you do decide that you're going to go a rack, meaning you're holding a weight in one hand, you'll do 10 on the right side and then 10 on the left side. I do want you going as low as you feel comfortable. For some of you guys, if it feels comfortable to go all the way down, you can let your heels come up off the floor a little bit and then drive yourself back up. Totally fine. As long as there's no knee pain. So no knee pain, no lower back pain. If you're holding that weight in a bow tie or a goblet squat position, ideally elbows are inside the knees. Elbows inside knees. That would be the range that I want you guys to go to. For your pull-up bars. So 2 loops, grab all the way at the end of the band, make a loop, okay? And we're going nipple line. And ideally, I want you thinking about squeezing shoulder blades back together. So hopefully you guys see my shoulder blades moving. Elbows are straight. And you should feel this in your back. Good. You should be feeling that between your shoulder blades. Up to 20 of those. Next one's gonna be your single leg reach. We're gonna do 10 each side. For your single leg reach, the leg that isn't on the ground should not be traveling too far upwards. Meaning, I'm not trying to do this. This is a counterbalance. I'm not gonna work that much. I'm reaching with my hand. I'm focusing more on the reach, which means my leg is gonna work more like this, not this. You also should be bending the stance leg as much as possible. So bend that knee as much as possible. We're trying to touch low on whatever it is that you're aiming at. You guys should feel that in your glutes. Ideally reach, well, yeah, I'll let you guys play. Does it feel? But, yeah, that's okay. Because the calf is ready to fall down. But the glute is what should be working to bring you back up. You're feeling more hamstring? We got a couple different, hey, I'm feeling in the calf, I'm feeling the hamstring. In the grand scheme of things, zombie apocalypse, I'm more interested in you doing the movement. You can get your glutes to work, that's great. Valerie, don't you stand up like that. You little show off. You got to get to a half kneeling position. You will not be able to stand up like that in your 70s. I know you're not in your 70s yet, but you got to get to a half kneeling position to stand up. Yes, yes. Imagine that you have a 6-pack in your hands. Okay, don't spill the 6-pack. Now, if you guys can get up with no hand, even better. Meaning if you can just get to your half kneeling position without touching the floor, even better. For your get up, we're going to do 3 to 5 each side. Love it. Ladies rocking it, good job. I know some of you could probably get up on one leg, which is fantastic. But I'd rather you get up in a very stable way that allows a lot of control. A lot of times when I'm doing my get up, I'll think red light, green light. Meaning at any point in time, if somebody were to say red light, you could stop and be in control. After you get 3 to 5 of those get ups done on each side, do it, Crystal. You're gonna do that single leg, you don't do it. You were doing it so good before. Just inside, screw you up. So 3 to 5 of those get ups on each side. If you want to make that a little bit harder, you're gonna hold something in your hands, like a 6-pack. After your get ups on each side, we're going back to our squat. So other than feeling that morning fog. You got feel like, smoother moving. So the only thing I see is that when you're squatting. And you head to like a certain point, you kind of go into this position.
That would explain why I'm feeling it now.
Yeah, which in and of itself isn't bad if you don't feel it. If you do, and feeling it coming through here, then I want you to go onto the 2x4, because what that's gonna do is basically just kind of, it's gonna allow you to be able to keep your chest in a little more of an upright position. And you won't be. Okay. Yes, Val, much better. You guys, the pull parts about nipple line, so on my shirt, it'll be right about where it says KDR Fitness. You should be feeling that in between the shoulder blades. Don't worry about trying to touch the band to your chest. Worry about squeezing the shoulder blades back together. For the single leg reach, if you're not feeling that in your glutes, you can try bringing that target a little bit closer to you. Instead of farther away, bring it a little bit closer to you. The other thing would be making sure that you're not taking that back leg up too high. We do want it to counterbalance you a little bit. But too much work with that back leg will end up counterbalancing you too much. For you, it's not bad. When you cat controls the nose. Yeah, the cat controls the nose. And the nose is the bottom movement. You don't know the cat controls the nose? You were doing right?
Thank you for that, I'll
First you can breathe. I'm gonna give you a sandbag though, it feels a little bit more comfortable. You kind of like this, or like this. I'm gonna give you a pen. You do the record grip, show me. Show me, Crystal.
I'll show you.
Sorry. Now you gotta do it back down. Yeah. 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 Okay, here's what I want you to do. We'll do that. So, you're in that position. I want you to turn over on your side. One elbow. And then when you come back down, same thing, when you get to this position, I want you to go slow up and down, and you'll feel it more your core. Guys, we got 45 seconds. Yeah. 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 Beautiful. Down. Nothing. Stand. Yeah, don't elbow. And then slow, real slow, like that. Yeah. 20 seconds. Those are great, Crystal. I don't normally say that to people when they do get up. I usually say, look at the fucking garbage. That looks pretty good. 5 seconds, gang. All right, guys, make sure you are equal on both sides. I would just go to body weight and just really think about trying to keep as much as possible the same arch that you have standing throughout the entire motion. That means that you might stop like that. But as soon as you feel, it's not so much that this is bad. If you can use your glutes, your quad, your hamstrings to bring yourself back up. But if you're feeling a lot of that pressure through that area, then that means that those muscles are working free. because we don't. All right, gang, first round done. Second round. So we got our curtsy squats or our curtsy lunges in. You did the lunges last time. I'd like you to do the squats this time. And even if you did the squats last time, I'd still like you to do the squats this time. Because in the grand scheme of things, the squats are a little bit more of a stable movement, which means that you're going to be able to work the muscles a little bit more. Okay, so curtsy squat. I'm going to take my right leg back and a little bit over to the side. So basically, I'm taking my my right foot, and it's going to the outside of my left foot. Some of you are going to be able to go really far. I can't do that. Some of you are going to be like feet in line. That's okay. But some approximation of feet in line to foot to the outside. What determines that is going to be your hip mobility, but also as you go down into the squat, I want your knee over top of your foot. So if your leg is too much in this position, then you end up looking like this. Okay, we don't want that. So we want knee as much as possible in line with foot. Right? And then we're just going up and down. So that's the first exercise. Second exercise, bench over face pull. You can do it with the band or dumbbells. You want to do dumbbells, light dumbbells. You're going to bend over. I want you in an L position. So here's my L. Okay, so torso parallel or perpendicular to the floor, whatever, and drive dumbbells up. Now, when you do this, I want you to think about making horns. So horns means I want the dumbbells coming to where your horns would be, so top of your head. Right? Third exercise, kickstand, wall, RDLs. So kickstand, wall, RDLs. We're going to go about a foot distance from the wall. Foot goes against the wall, and then we're leaning forward. If that feels too tight or uncomfortable, for me, that feels a little bit too cramped. I'm going to go a bigger step out. I'm going to go as big a step out as I need to in order for this knee to be behind the line of this knee. And then I do that same motion. You can use a wall. You can use a dumbbell, kettlebell. You could also just do the floor. So where you're here, you're going down, right? Last one, tape press. Tape press looks like a little weird. You're gonna start on your floor, on the floor. You're gonna go dumbbells together, and then I'm thinking about basically elbows out and drive dumbbells up. Okay. So elbows out, and I'm keeping my hands and the dumbbells close together, and I'm just trying to drive those elbows out. Kind of like a skull crusher, sort of. It's called tape press. Named after Dave Tate. All right, guys. So 10 minutes. 10 minutes. First exercise, 3, 2, 1, go. First exercise, curtsy squats. 10 to 15 curtsy squats. Keeping that front shin vertical to the floor. Give me all one side. Now give me all one side. Up to 15 for those. If that's easy, grab a weight or go a little bit slower. Today should be on the easier side, but not so easy where you're like, geez, I didn't really feel like I did that much today. After your curtain squats, curtain lunges, we're going to do our bent over face pull. Lightweight, like 2.5 pounds, 5 pounds, maybe 80 for some of you. And you're gonna be in that bent over position. I do want you in like an L position as much as possible. And then you're bringing the dumbbells up. Again, I want you to think about horns or antlers, because I want the dumbbells to come a little bit ahead of the line, or excuse me, ahead of your head. Allow myself to introduce myself. And elbows up for this. If you have done face pulls before in the past, or you know that we really cue that elbow up and out position, like you're trying to elbow somebody, I want that same thing. For the bent over face pulls, one of my favorite face pull variations, 25. Up to 25. Up to 25. Should feel that a lot in the delts. If you're feeling it in the upper back, that's okay. So mushrooms. So thing, yes. Okay, see where my elbows are? Almost like in line with you. And you might have to go lighter. It is the awkward position. It's okay to go lighter in this position. After your bent over face pull, we got our kickstand wall RDLs. So two different, bunch of ways you can do that. Two main ways. Foot distance away from the wall. And then foot goes against the wall, either high or low. I like to do most of these high. Or big step. And foot goes against the wall so that the knee is behind the line of the opposite knee. And remember again, if you're bent over face pulls, it's up to 25. Okay, you don't have to do 25. For the kickstand RDLs, 15 to 25. Let's go, okay. You guys know that. Yeah. I feel it back to the left leg. Be like glutes, butt, or glute hamstrings. Triple bill. We're going 10 minutes, gang. About 2 rounds. Suzanne, when you're doing those, bring more in line with the chest. And you're gonna think elbows out, and you're kind of pivoting around the edges of the dumbbell. This is a weird movement, but it's a great tricep movement once you get it right. But it is a little awkward to get it initially the first couple times. If that bothers your shoulder, please let me know. The last one?
Yeah.
Measure. 5. For that last one. Alright, so dumbbells are held in line with shoulders. You're gonna touch dumbbells together. You're gonna keep those dumbbells together and you're gonna drive elbows away. And basically the dumbbells are gonna come to almost the exact same position as you do a face pull or a pull apart. So elbows come out, elbows out. And thumbs are gonna point toward your.
This is not computer game.
So, question? what you're gonna do is you're gonna go elbows out, you're gonna go thumbs towards that. That, where they go. Bill? We good? Okay, that's not a big deal, but you should feel them a little bit more as you kind of come more in upper moves. Karen, Bill? That's it. Gang, if you don't feel the tape press in your triceps back of the arms, please let me know so I can give you some coaching cues. After your tape press. Screwed up, that's okay, you guys can move it. After your tape press, you're going to your curtsy squat. For your second round of the tape press, if we get there, I want you to throw a floor press in as well. So you'll do a tape press up to 15, and then we'll throw a floor press in if we get there. So it'll look like this, up to 15, and then up to 25 floor presses. And we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes, guys. Coach Asher did all that.
Oh, those ones.
Then we got 45 seconds. Point second, Ken. Don't watch me. 5 seconds, guys. Again, that is time. Resting, rest. That is time. Zombie apocalypse workout. First day, the zombie apocalypse workout, phase 2. Good job, at home crew. Virtual high fives. Good job, Suzanne. Good job, Val.
What's a good weight for those tape presses? For me?
So make sure that your dumbbells are together. And you're gonna roll your knuckles so that your knuckles are facing each other. Yep. 10 pounds.
Okay, I just did 10. Seemed
10
easy.
pounds.
but-
Yeah, we'll go 10.
Okay,
And if you can kind of, like, if you keep them together, you're gonna feel a lot more in the triceps.
Yeah, some of my dumbbells are big and awkward, although they're not a lot of weight, but they're just old.
Yeah, and if, because you have the big dumbbells, it might feel too awkward to do them, so then just do,
Tricep
simple.
row. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then I can go a heavier weight, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Good job, ladies.
have a good weekend.
Thanks, you too. Sandy, can you talk today at 11?
Oh, at 11 instead of 10:15?
Yeah, does that work?
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, let's do 11:15.
11:15? Okay,
So I'll call you about an hour, okay?
okay,
All right, Sandy, I'll talk to you later.
yeah, okay.